Hey guys, welcome back to Sherry's Nail Corner. In this video I'm going to show you what I do to prep my nails to get them ready for dip powder manicures. So this is cuticle remover and I've put it just in a little smaller bottle so it's got a smaller little tip. Oh dear. Ah, bloopers. It doesn't normally just squish out like that, but you apply it to your fingers like this. Along your cuticles. Move that out of the way. And then once that's on there, you just rub it in. And then you're going to use a pool noodle as a wrist rest. I've got two cuticle pushers. This one's a metal end and this one's a pumice end. Then I lightly buff just the new growth of my nails. I trim my cuticles. I lightly buff the rest of my nails so they can be a little bit rough. And then I would file them if I need to shape and clip them, and then I finish off with prep so that way my nails will be dehydrated and the dip powder won't lift. I was getting a lot of lifting before I started using a prep product like this, a dehydrator. As you can see, also I've got two trader nails. This one snapped on the corner over here. A lot of stuff I do at work is pretty rough, and I jammed it actually into a corner of the cabinet and it broke. And then this one did the same thing. So in another video I'm going to show you how that you can fix that. I'm going to show you how you can fix it with Builder Gel. Builder Gel. I'm saying it like the ladies in the store. So anyways, let's get back to this nail prep video. Let me move all this out of the way. My fancy pool noodle wrist rest goes like this. What I do now is I get the little metal cuticle scraper and I push my cuticles up and I just scrape all of this skin that's on there. Skin, dead skin, so all of that right there. And I do that for each finger. Not too rough because you don't want to damage this part of your nail. And I'm just a DIY girl, so if this is not technical terms or what you're supposed to do, then just be careful. I've been doing it this way for 2 years and it works for me. My fingers haven't fallen off, so I'm good. I usually just scrape all of that. Get all that gunk off. Then I come in with my pumice stone cuticle pusher and I just really work on getting all of that new growth gunk off. All of this. Every finger I do that with. Move those out of the way. Then I've got a little buffing block. These little things are my favorite. When they're pretty used up, they kind of look like this, rough around the edges. When they're brand new, they look like this. And I don't ever use the brand new ones on my bare nails. And these ones aren't very gritty anymore. So I just angle it like this. Let's see how I can do this. So y'all can see. I angle it down like that just so I'm only buffing the brand new growth. If you buff over your whole nail like this, you're basically going to whittle your tips to nothing, and that's when they'll get really flimsy and bendy like paper. So I was doing that initially and my nails were really thin. Now I've just removed the dip maybe about 30 minutes ago, but they are still pretty strong. And I always keep dip on them, so I'm not too worried. Anyways, buff at an angle like this. That way you're only getting the new growth. This also helps remove the rest of that invisible cuticle that you probably can't see. And that also didn't come off with the cuticle remover. This just really helps rough it. And then I'll just go like this on the rest of my nail. So again, just the new growth at an angle. Like that. A little dust over the rest of them. Kind of hard to do your pinkies and all that, but if you make kind of a little fulcrum, then you have a little bit more strength. So that's that step. Then what I do is I just really lightly dust over it with this little polar block. This one's pretty old too, so I never do a brand new file on my bare nails. So this one just takes a little bit more of the shine off. And this is just so that way your nails have, the dip powder has something to stick to when it's adhered to your nails. The next thing that I do is trim my cuticle skin, this part right here, whatever it's called. So usually I'll use the little pool noodle again and just cut a little bit of this extra. It's a little bit more tricky to do with the camera in your face. To be real careful when you're doing this stuff. Whoa. Because you can hurt yourself. So that's that. Next thing I do is use one of these really stiff brushes and just get all the rest of that dust off. And then I've got one of these clean ones in my restroom, and so I'm going to go wash with soap and water. Alright, so I'm back, hands washed. I don't use any special soap or Dawn. I just use the Bath & Body Works soap that I always usually have at my house. So now my hands are clean, washed, cuticle removed, cuticles trimmed up here also. And what I do next is I just apply prep to this. And then my nails will be ready for dip powder. So prep's got the same consistency as activator does, and you really just slosh it on. It'll feel a little bit cold like activator does, and it evaporates really quick. But since I've started using this Prep by Gelish, it's just a dehydrator, it really helps, and I haven't had any lifting. So that's how I prep my nails for dip powder. And also I've got a video up for this look, which is actually a mani revamp. I zhuzhed it up. So check out my video. I'll link it right over here for you guys. Bye!